As we welcome the new year, 2025, many of us are focused on setting financial goals and making budgets for school fees, for household expenses, and other necessities. However, with increasing threats of cyber attacks, malwares, and phishing scams, it is more important than ever to prioritize the security of our personal savings, security of our phones and bank accounts as well. My guest and I will be discussing the best practices for safeguarding your digital assets and exploring the most common threats, to your financial security. Let me introduce my guest, Dr. Oluwayomi Godwin Asogbon, President and CEO, Global Tech World Professionals Limited. Dr. Asogbon is a renowned certified ethical hacker. He is a forensic investigator, a prolific writer, legal advisor, IT expert, but most importantly, and for the purpose of our discourse, he is a cybersecurity arbitrator. The good doctor here has a massive CV, apparently, but let me just stop here and formally welcome Doc to our program. Doctor, welcome so much. Thank you for joining us virtually from Lagos on this episode of Insight. It's good to have you here. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We seem to have an audio issue there with you, but of course, thank you for joining us. Doc, phishing scams are becoming increasingly sophisticated in Nigeria. Can you help us identify some of the most common tactics used by phishers, to trick individuals into reviewing sensitive information, and how can individuals, protect themselves?
Yes, thank you, the great presenter. When you talk about phishing, phishing is one of the tools used by hackers to perpetrate cybercrime on victims. Unfortunately, many Nigerians are not aware of this latest development in this perilous time of ours. When you talk about phishing, it's also a member of the malware. When you talk about malware, we talk about malicious software. Apart from phishing, we have virus, we have Trojan, we have spyware, name it. These are different, tools that hackers, internet fraudsters are using today to penetrate into the victim's network, into victims' account, into victims' data infrastructure. Now, when we talk about how did they use this to penetrate, in most cases, they use this on our email. On our email, when you open your mail and you found a link on your mail, this link on your mail, you should not click on it once it has attachment. That's number one. Number two, where you have been asked to fill certain details relating to your bank details, please don't fill, because they need those information to be able to attack your bank account. Apart from that, where you are told that your ATM has expired, your ATM card has expired, that there is no need for you to come to the bank for them to help you to reactivate the ATM, renew the ATM, so that you can start using the ATM. When you hear this, please don't fill this information. Don't respond to such mail. Let me give you an instance. About 2 years ago, a woman was called upon around December 2003 that they are calling from XYZ Bank. And the woman said, yes, they are a banker. And they said, her ATM has expired. She acknowledged that her ATM has expired. And they said, man, because of this season, we do not want you to come to the bank and join the queue. We want to help you to renew your ATM card from the bank so that you can start using the ATM. Do you know that these people already know that this woman just received about 5 million from her son that stays in Dubai. The son sent the money to her to go for shopping, buy shoes and the like, so that she can save during that Christmas period. So unknown to her, they asked her to go and bring out the ATM so that they could get some information from the ATM and help her to renew the ATM card. The first thing they asked her, they said, Mama, open the ATM and call the first 16 digits on the ATM. And she opened it. She called the 16 digits. They wrote it down. They asked her to call the expiring date. She do. And they asked her to turn the back of the ATM so that she could call then the CVV, which is the credit verification value. Luckily for her, one of her daughter was just coming and asked her, Mama, what are you doing? Why are you in the sun? Because the was tiny, so she brought it out to the open place so that she can see the number. She has called the first number. She's about to call the second and the third when the daughter came. Mama, what are you doing? She said they called her from the bank so that she can help them. They can help her to renew the ATM card. This was how the daughter slapped Mama from the back. Mama, these are scammers. If not for that girl, I can tell you, immediately she released that last 2 digits, what she will see on her ATM, on her account, is debit alert. Debit alert, because they would have been able to withdraw the entire 5 million if not for that girl. So what we're saying is that in a time like this, we should be conscious of clicking email that has or mail that has attachment. Number 2, when you see, an email or an information requesting for your bank details, don't respond.
Avoid it.
Number 3, when you are called to provide your ATM card for ATM renewal, please don't respond. These are fastest way without hassle, without stress. This scammer can get money
True.
from your account. Thank you.
True. So
Thank
these
you.
are quite common. I mean, these are quite common examples that you've given, Doctor. And I agree with you, they are commonplace. So many Nigerians are falling prey, are falling victims to these scams. But apparently, Doc, the financial services industry is especially vulnerable to cyber attacks because most transactions take place over the internet with wireless communication and cloud computing. So we're seeing a rise, geometric, pardon me, but we're seeing a geometric rise in cyber attacks targeting personal savings and specifically targeting bank accounts. Even when, and Doc, this is the question, even when we have passwords, even when we have facial recognition software, even when we have biometrics safeguards, we still see some of these things, happen to individuals and families, over time. How can our viewer watching right now protect him or herself? How can Nigerians protect themselves from issues such as identity theft, from account cloning, and related stuff that we're seeing play out these days?
Thank you, presenter. I want you to know there is a type of attack called insider attack. Insider attack. In a recent, seminars that are organized for some stakeholders in Nigeria, I let them know that one of the most dangerous attacks today is insider attack. And what do I mean by insider attack? When people that you so much trusted, when people that have your details now use it against you. Take, for instance, account officer, for instance. An account officer could be malicious in nature. And you as a customer, You have so much depend on this account officer. In fact, there are times he helps you to withdraw money on your behalf. You have to be very careful with the way and manner you relate your personal credentials with account officers. If this happens, it will be very difficult themselves to identify this fraud. Account officers are human beings. They are insider, and they knew you very, very well, so they have to everything about you. It is not a mistake for you to depend on them, but you also need to be watchful. That's one. Number two, people around you can be a man in the middle attack. When we say man in the middle attack, immediately you knew that someone around you knew your password.
Okay.
Please change the password. You must develop that culture of changing your password. Take, for instance, when someone knows your age, it's very easy. You know, you agree with me? If I live with you for a week, I will know your date of birth. And once I know your date of birth, it is likely that you use this same date of birth in your as a PIN or in some of your transactions. And the highest you could do is to use permutations by changing, the number in a particular order. So it is advisable you don't use this at all. And when you knew very well that someone is already aware of your password, change the password. Another thing you must note in a time like this is your app that is on your system. Disable savings. What do I mean by disable savings? What I mean is that when you log into some app, it will prompt you to save. Don't save. Because if you save, whenever hackers or fraudsters lay hold on your phone or the gadgets, there will be no need for them again to log in because you have already saved the login settings. It's automatically registered on your phone. So you need to disable this. You need to disable it. And I want to say this, which I want the entire Nigerians to please pay attention. Wherever you know you save your children life savings, please disable USSD.
Okay.
Remove the mobile app from such accounts, as well as deactivate the ATM. Because if you have these three options on your account is vulnerable. Your account is vulnerable. Because anytime you misplace those gadgets, it does not take up 5 minutes to have access to your account. And this is how they do it.
So the fact that, for instance, I'm using a mobile device for, like, I use a mobile device for my transactions mostly, and I use biometrics features to log into my account. You've talked about insider factor, coming to play, but wouldn't it require me gaining access for directly gaining access to enable a transaction for someone else to be able to effect that transaction? And I'll give you an example. For most payments that I want to make, most times, my bank will send me a one-time OTP, an OTP to conclude that transaction. It comes to my account. I need to use some sort of password, whether it's my thumbprint or whether it's a physical, token. Like my token is not here, I would have showed you, like a physical token or an internet token. All of these features, how do they play out? I mean, don't they help secure transactions online?
Yes.
Or do I just take it that they are just a waste of time? That no matter
yes.
that
Yes,
Please go on.
let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you, for example, God forbid, you misplace that phone. When you misplace that phone, for instance,
Yes.
and you need to set up another mobile app on your phone, then the bank will request for OTP, isn't it?
That's true.
When they request for OTP, the adults will top up their game. How do they top up their game? They knew the OTP has been sent to you, and the OTP is going to be for 1 minute. Before they carry out that, they will carry out what we call social engineering on you. They will carry out social engineering. Yes, many Nigerians may not fall a victim, but I can tell you 30-40% fall a victim of this every day. So what they do is that when they are about to initiate, at the point of downloading that new app on a new phone, all right, it is assumed that the former app or the former phone you use has been stolen. It's assumed. They will also assume that. So what they will do now, they want to set up another app on the same app on their own phone. So they knew that the bank will send OTP to the main number.
That's
So
correct.
what they will do, in the process of downloading it, they will enter your number so that OTP will be sent to you. But before the number is entered, they will have engaged you. And that's what we call social engineering. They will put a call to you. They will say, hello, how are you? We realize that your mobile app is having some technical issues, and we are at the back end rectifying the mobile app so that it can be more efficient. You will say yes. Please, an OTP will be forwarded to you now. Kindly forward it back to us so that, or you call the OTP so that we can help you to rectify the problem at the back end. Many Nigerians will fall a victim of this. They will call the number, and as soon as they call the number, they will enter the number. By so doing, the mobile app on your own phone will be disabled totally. Their own will be enabled, and that is how they start operation. So
Doc,
your
yes.
fingerprint, your eye link, or whatever you use is immaterial, because it can be set up on your phone. I can as well set it on another phone once I have the valid credentials.
We're losing you there for a minute, Doc. I think we're having some issues with your audio. If you just adjust the microphone on your earpiece so we can hear you loud and clear.
So
Otherwise, no, it's perfect now. I think it's good. It's back. And I hear all you've said. And yes, you know, there's something we say colloquially. We say that format in pidgin English, that format don't cast. I mean, it's there. They use it, but people know it. And in spite of that, Nigerians still fall prey. And that is because we're seeing an increasing use of mobile banking apps. And then we're also seeing that mobile malwares are also becoming significant threats and that we should be worried about. Earlier on, you talked about passwords and as a way of safeguarding, you know, these some of these transactions that we carry out online for our online banking transactions. Doc, I want to ask you some questions revolving around the issue of passwords. When you said, you know, change your passwords, upload your passwords, change your passwords intermittently or regularly, or all of that. Can you give us tips first, in the first instance, on how to create strong, unique passwords for our mobile phones, and then perhaps also speak to the issue of how individuals can regularly or intermittently update these passwords?
When you want to create a password, it is expected you use the following, criteria. Number one, the first letter should be capital letter. Number two, The subsequent letter should be small letter. Number 3, you add numbers to the password. Number 4, you add special characters. Special characters like hash sign, dollar sign, @ sign, factorial, and so on and so forth. Why? Because when immediately you add numbers and add or special characters to it, it will be very difficult for such hacker to break into your network, irrespective of the tools they have to break into the network. When you apply hash, dollar sign, and @ sign with number, it takes the hacker about 1 month to break into your password. Yes, it takes them about 1 month to break into your network. But if you use a letter directly, it does not take them 5 minutes to break into your password. So if you want to use a strong password, ensure it has the following factors. 1, the letters is in capital letter. Number 2, there is a small letter. Number 3, there is a numeric value. Number 4, there is a special character. Special character, @ sign, dollar sign, factorial. All these signs, as you add them, it increases your password, strength. It strengthens your password. And it is also very difficult for hackers to break into it. So there are password crackers. So these tools are also there.
So, Doc, I mean, okay, so there are people dedicated to just breaking people's passwords.
They are called password crackers.
So, Doc, does that mean, in spite of all you've said and talked about to enhance safety, whether on laptops or whether on mobile devices like our mobile phones and all of that, does it mean that my phone, for instance, this phone is not completely safe?
No, it's not safe. Okay, let me tell you this. I don't know if I've heard about flashing and unlocking.
Oh, yes.
Yes. What is flashing and what is unlocking?
Flashing ordinarily is when you want to remove all of the data in a phone. So they flash and it becomes like tabula rasa, empty, devoid of any data. And then unlocking is perhaps maybe I have some password, I passworded the set or the device, and then, someone unlocks it somehow, somewhat.
Yes, you have become an actor in training. You have become an actor in training. Do you know that there are bots? There are boxes that is used to unlock your password. When we say unlocking means that that's your phone. If I found it, there are tools, there are unlocking box in the market that the tech have produced for me to connect your phone to that box and run a program on it. It will show me your password.
When you say on the market, Doc, do you mean the dark web or the open market? The dark web or the open market?
In the tech are there, the box is there.
So are we not somewhat enabling? Are we not enabling some of the scams and phishing expenditures
it is yes. It is the produced it to avoid you losing your data and your phone. Okay. But now the scammers are not taking advantage of it. Are you with me now? Take for example now, if you forgot your password and you cannot remember the password again,
Doc, Doc, I need you. Sorry again for butting in here. I need you to be very, very clear on this, and perhaps maybe you need to adjust your microphone one more time so Nigerians can hear you say this. So no matter how much password and how unique my password is, whether I put a capital letter, small letter, one unique numerical value, it can be hacked.
Yes, there are tools, there are passwords, there are unlocking. I told you now we have flashing and unlocking. You have said it. Flashing means to remove the firmware, the operating system that comes with the phone, the mobile operating system. You remove it, then you load another one. Unlocking means I will connect the phone to that box, run a program, some password that you use.
So, Doc,
So
sorry, I'm losing you. I'm losing you there. I need you to adjust your mic. I'm losing you again, and it's quite unfortunate that your audio is breaking, and it has happened a couple of times. I need you to land. I need you to land on something because we're fast losing time. I need you to end on this, Doc. If you can hear me.
now,
Yes,
now.
great. If you can hear me, Doc, please land on this because I've been told that we're fast losing time. How helpful is the two-factor authentication, that we have on our phones, especially for some applications? That's the one that they call the 2FA, as an essential security measure. Can you explain, number one, how the 2FA works and why it is crucial for protecting sensitive information such as bank accounts, login, and credentials, perhaps? Sometimes we're told that it comes with an end-to-end encryption. So if you're saying all you're saying, are you saying that in spite of this end-to-end encryption, it can still be de-encrypted?
Yes, there is nothing that cannot be decrypted. It is only you that needs to top up your measures, your precautionary measures. I said it and I repeat it. There is nobody all over the world that cannot be hacked. Yes. Highly sophisticated personality in US were hacked. Let me paint a scenario. In 2020, Michael Parker, the CIO of US Air Force, said they have built a highly sophisticated cybersecurity infrastructure. As such, nobody can hack them. One of the members of the committee said, "You cannot say that, sir. Let's call hackers to come and test our network." Enamdi, more than 60 hackers hacked into their network and discovered 460 vulnerabilities.
So, Doc, in rounding off, what is the best that we can do as individuals, as families now? Are there still the three things you've said?
Yes, two-factor authentication is very, very good and is the top of all the layers of security now. But people breach two-factor authentication by falling into social engineering problem.
Okay.
When you're called, before you go ahead to begin to discharge your information, verify the authenticities of the person talking to you. Number two, when you say yes or no on your phone, before you answer yes, read the information. Preferably, answer no. Because these information will go for you to verify, for you to authenticate. You'll still be the one going ahead to authenticate by yourself when you are supposed to deny it. So 2FA is very, very good. It's a top layer security, but people, due to their ignorance,
I think we've lost Dr. Asogbon there. If we still have him there, do we still have him there? I'd like to thank Dr. Oluwayomi Godwin Asogbon. We've been talking with him for the last couple of minutes. He is the President and Chief Executive Officer at Global Tech World Professional Limited. He is a certified ethical hacker, a forensic investigator, IT expert, and cybersecurity arbitrator. I'd like to thank him so much for joining us on Insight. Of course, we would look for another avenue to bring him. I think we should have a continuation of this conversation. I want to believe you would agree with me. I mean, it's the start of the year, and would like to see families, individuals and families safeguard their savings and digital assets. Thank you so much, Dr. Asogbon, for joining us. We would look for another avenue to bring you on the program. And just before we wrap things up here for this week, I'd like to make our call to action. As we delve into the world of cybersecurity, it is clear that protecting your digital fortress is more crucial now than ever. Don't let cyber threats compromise your personal finances, your identity, and yes, your peace of mind as well. Here's what you can do. Stay informed, secure your devices, be cautious online, use strong passwords, and lastly, back up your data. Make efforts today to protect yourself and protect your family digitally. And yes, like I said, you can start that today. That's a wrap on Insight for this week. Do join us same time next week for more on the program. My name is Nnamdi Odipo. I'll see you again soon.